The Dutch Biorefinery Cluster. Creating circular values. In today's world, raw materials are becoming more and more scarce, and CO2 levels are rising. This is the challenge the partners in the Dutch Biorefinery Cluster are taking on. Their aim is to get the highest possible value from biomass. Plants and trees consume CO2. This is then converted into natural components, such as sugars, starch, fibers, and proteins. If the size of the farmlands and the forests increases, CO2 conversion will rise as well. Sustainable forest and field management will further increase it. Biorefinery utilizes the full potential of the biomass. It also valorizes all side streams. In this way, value and CO2 reduction will increase substantially. Biorefinery also allows for recycling of minerals and nutrients, thereby closing the cycle. The method used is circular. The focus is on smart recycling and upcycling of materials and nutrients, all to ensure future material security. And the system continuously improves. The aim and the result: more value, more efficient processes, and more recycling. All this to strengthen the economy and to combat climate change. Friesland Campina. Cows are live conversion machines. Among other things, they convert plants into milk. 50% of their feed consists of grass, and 30% consists of corn. The remaining 20% of the feed consists of feed concentrates, extracted from side streams from the food industry. Only 4% of the cow's diet is soy. Milk contains proteins that give a very high added value. It is the basis for traditional dairy products, such as butter, yogurt, and cheese. Biorefinery processes gradually valorize all components in milk. This has resulted in a large variety of special dairy products, food additives, and pharmaceuticals. The processes to achieve this are becoming ever more efficient and sustainable. The process water is reused, process heat is recovered, and renewable energy sources are being utilized. The latter often obtained from the waste streams from the dairy chain. Circular responsibility extends throughout the whole value chain, and by maximum interaction with other value chains. Valuable nutrients are returned to the land to ensure soil fertility, while waste streams are converted into biogas to further reduce CO2 emissions. This is how circular values are created here, and how we have committed ourselves to climate-neutral growth, now and for generations to come. The Dutch paper and board industries. Enabling the circular bio-based economy. In the Netherlands, 80% of paper and board is made from recycled paper. So, thanks to recycling, fewer trees are needed, and thus CO2 remains captured in the products. The products are used for communication purposes, in packaging, and in hygiene. New fiber functionalities have led to new applications, such as in coatings and textiles. Valorization of process side streams further expands the product portfolio to products such as bioplastics and composite materials. The processes are becoming ever more efficient and sustainable. The process water is reused, process heat is recovered, and renewable energy sources are being utilized. Circular responsibility extends throughout the whole value chain, and by maximum interaction with other value chains. The raw materials of the future, such as grass and tomato fibers, will come from the agro-food and horticultural sectors. This is how circular values are created here. Centre of Expertise for Plant Compounds. Horticulture is a big industry in the Netherlands. The Dutch horticultural sector produces a large variety of fruits, vegetables, and flowers, exported worldwide. Together, the product contains more than 100,000 functional components. Every day, new ingredients are discovered, often valuable ones. These can be used in many applications, in agrobiologicals, in food, as well as for cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. And as the global leader in plant breeding, the Dutch have even been able to create plants that have specific functional ingredients. Many horticultural products are grown under sustainable conditions, in greenhouses with closed water systems, where rainwater is used, and even evaporation water is recycled. Also, heat supply is becoming ever more renewable. Solar energy is used, or geothermal energy, as well as the heat produced during electricity production. Also, the process utilizes CO2 from the CHP plants on site. Moreover, in the long term, the aim is to close the entire nutrient cycle. Circular responsibility extends towards other sectors. The required CO2 and heat are complemented by industries in the environment, and some of the side streams will be utilized in the production of packaging for our own products. This is how circular values are created here. Lamb Weston, seeing possibilities in potatoes. As the population grows, so does the demand for more potatoes. As the market leader in the potato processing industry, Lamb Weston believes in creating shared value, which goes beyond its corporate responsibility. It wants to squeeze every last bite out of the potatoes, all to make sure precious resources aren't wasted. Biorefinery is gradually progressing towards utilization of the full potato. Some side streams are now used for feed, other streams for conversion into bioplastics, while nutrients are being recovered to be applied as fertilizer. The production processes are becoming ever more efficient and sustainable. The amount of peelings decreases, the process water cycle is closed, and biogas from the wastewater treatment plants is being reused. This also means that CO2 emissions are further reduced. Circular responsibility extends throughout the whole value chain. Valuable nutrients are being returned to the land to ensure soil fertility. And the aim is to reuse effluent as irrigation water in the agro-business. This is how circular values are created here. Royal Kosen, creating value from crops. Kosen's business group, Suikerunie, processes sustainably grown sugar beets. The productivity of sugar beet growers is constantly increasing. Traditionally, the company focused on producing sugar from the beets. Beet pulp serves as cattle feed. Nowadays, such side streams are also used as raw material for fibers and for fuels. Biorefinery provides a further progress towards matters such as bio-based building blocks for use in the chemical sector, paint and plastics applications, detergents and products for personal care, as well as ingredients for food that fits a healthy lifestyle. The production processes are becoming ever more efficient and sustainable. The process water cycle is closed, process heat is recovered, and renewable energy sources are utilized. Circular responsibility extends throughout the whole value chain, and by maximum interaction with other value chains. Water effluent is reused as irrigation water in the agribusiness. Nutrient-rich side streams are returned to the land to ensure soil fertility, while waste streams are converted into biogas to further reduce CO2 emissions. This is how circular values are created here. The Dutch Biorefinery Cluster, creating circular values.